So what's going on, guys? Yeah, you've probably realised that we're probably back now with a normal video rather than what we had last time, which we've just said is not anything like a commentary at all. It was more like a pile of crap for 7 minutes.
A fuck around.
Yeah, that's a very good description there, Callum. But yeah, so we have returned today with a normal commentary. This is the commentary where we don't have Robin in, but he'll be back for the next video. And so yeah, we've been kind of like absent for about a week or so, I think, but you know, it's not too bad because we thought that video was quite good as a video rather than just having like loads of little uploads in 1 week. But having that one video was really good, and I think it went down quite well. So we're happy with that. It was quite funny. We thought, well, we hope it was funny anyway. But yeah, we
found it funny.
Yeah, we had a lot of time. We spent a lot of time trying to get a topic, and then it was just terrible. So it's just turned out funny somehow.
Didn't work out very well.
Let's make a video making us record the prank call or whatever Robin said. I don't know what it said. Anyway.
Which you have basically been recording for a man.
Yeah, that's what he said. I remember that now. Yeah. Anyway, instead of recording, you know what we should record? A video, remembering the video that we remembered the prank call of. Anyway, that would be the most ridiculous video ever. Anyway, today we're back with another topic, and actually, rather than it being kind of suggested in the comments of the last video that we uploaded, actually, Callum got a message from a PSN LongLiveHelghast. We're going to put like the PSN whatever on the screen now or whatever, and post a comment as well. But essentially, what he asked was, what are kind of like our thoughts on microtransactions in games, which we thought was quite an interesting topic because, especially like with Uncharted, for me, that's the game I'd pick out the most. The amount of DLC and like, you know, stuff you can buy through microtransactions was literally incredible. There was like over 100 items that you could buy. It was that much, and you know, we just thought it was a good topic to discuss. And so yeah, Callum, what do you think about it in general of all games, really?
Well, if you can look at any game and you can say that there are microtransactions, I guess, because obviously you're going to be buying DLC for different games, like Oscar just mentioned, but with DLC that's fine. But if it's something like weapons or anything like that for any kind of multiplayer game, then that's kind of going to turn the game into a pay to win, which I don't see as fair, because like there are people who can't or who don't want to put money onto their account to buy different weapons or to buy upgrades for their characters, which will make them like perform better in the game. So it's not really the best thing to do, because it's getting to be pay to win, and that you're gonna have to, and yeah, like you're gonna have to pay like a lot of money for you to have any chance of like being better than the people that you're against, which I'm not really like a massive fan of.
Yeah, I mean, especially with like, I mean, I was playing The Last of Us, I think, the other day, because they released those 2 free laps that they did. I went on for like about 10 minutes, and I managed to play both maps, which was quite lucky, I guess. But what I'd done the other day was put £15 onto the PSN, and I bought a PS Vita game, Persona 4 Golden. I might as well just talk about that for a second. So I bought that game because I wanted to buy it. It was in the sale. I think it's usually like 40 quid or something, and then I bought it for like 13. It was a really good deal, so I thought, yeah, I might as well put the money on for that. But because I put £15 on, I was left with I had about £2. So I was like, well, okay, I'm not going to be able to buy a full game with it, so I'm just going to go for the kind of like microtransactions. And I looked on The Last of Us, and there's some stuff that you can buy for quite, in my opinion, quite hefty prices. Like, especially with like the only thing I bought was this like pistol called, like, I think it was like the Enforcer or something. And it was like 119, like, and that's like really quite expensive, and it was like for a gun, like, which apparently was better, and I've used it, and I thought, yeah, it's okay. But essentially what Callum was saying about like kind of pay to win, it is pretty much that, really, especially with The Last of Us. Yeah. With Uncharted, I think it was more to do with like you know, making your character look even more retarded than he already was, kind of thing. But like with The Last of Us, I think genuinely they've like released some more guns as well. It was like scoped like assault rifle and all this other stuff. I don't know what the hell it's on about, but there was quite a lot of stuff which I would see as really an advantage over what other people have, and essentially what they've done is it just paid more money for it. It's kind of, in a way, it's kind of bad, and especially with like the amount of money that game developers make anyway, with like, you know, 40 quid every single game is quite a lot anyway, but especially with that kind of stuff, it's quite kind of overpriced personally for me, and I think it's kind of like daylight robbery in a way.
Yeah,
it's just
I agree in every way, because Like on PS4, look at Battlefield 4. You can buy every single gun that you might need or that you want to use on the online multiplayer, and if you buy like the best gun and like all the best grenades and stuff like that, you're probably gonna have a better chance of winning against like who you're playing against. So you're never gonna, if you're just one of those people who are completionists and want to do it all yourself, then you're never gonna have a chance of like beating them, and you're just going to feel like crap because some person has beat you online with something that they've probably paid for, and you can like easily tell if they paid for it as well because of like being a lower level or something like that, which is kind of what is taking the fun out of gaming. So I'm not really a fan of it at all. Like I'll admit I have paid for some stuff during games for online, but most of the time it's not for like an advantage. It's just like, as Oscar said, for like Uncharted or something, just to make your character look absolutely retarded. But there's nothing, because that's just hilarious, and you can't really do a lot else with that game. But it's taking the fun out of gaming, and I'm not really. I hope that gamers game developers take it out of their games in the very near future, because I'm getting bored of it. I don't want people to like kind of essentially cheat their way to winning online or something.
Yeah, I mean, especially with like Uncharted, where you could buy something which you could essentially unlock. It was like, that whole treasure system. You could like get all three treasures, but the way that they made that those treasures actually dropped, like, and giving you them,
Shit.
it was terrible. It was literally like forcing you to buy it if you really wanted it. I mean, I must have spent over 10 hours trying to get this one thing for like one character. I think it was like Marla or something, like a head wrap for her or something. And I had to play that co-op. What was it called? Like Hunter mode, whatever the fuck it was called. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, it wasn't Arena, it was something else. It was like co-op Hunter or something. I can't remember what the hell it was. It was like you had like two players on each team, and you were against another two people. I don't know. It was weird.
Hunter, you idiot. That is Hunter Arena, you idiot.
Is it Hunter Arena? Okay, whatever. I don't know what that's called. Yeah. Anyway, I spent literally hours playing that just to try and get that one thing, and every time I was getting repeat treasures, and it was horrible. And I was getting really pissed off, and then this one time I managed to get it, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I mean, essentially it was only like 99p to get the actual thing if you wanted to buy it, but it's almost like a sense of achievement if you manage to unlock it rather than buying it yourself. So, yeah, I mean, that was always good. I mean, I think I unlocked like 2 of the like skeleton skins on there, like through actually playing the game, and then I paid for the other 2 because I wanted them anyway. But I mean, it was just like it's still kind of annoying that you still have to pay for things that you can unlock, but they're almost forcing you to pay for it because it's so hard to unlock them, kind of thing. It's like that really is kind of annoying because, like, you really want something and you just can't get it because it's trying to block you off, essentially.
It's trying to force you to pay for things instead of working for it, which is what really sucks about it.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, really. I think, to be honest, I mean it's kind of like a rant video, this one, really. But I mean it's just, but I mean it is kind of annoying that microtransactions exist in such high quality games where you don't want to be paying for things. I mean, think about The Last of Us. Really, it's like it was all about the single player. Never really the multiplayer was a high thing. And now, they're bringing out more DLC for it. They released The Last of Us remastered. That's fair enough. I've not bought it. Callum hasn't bought it. Robin was stupid enough to buy it, even though he's got it on PS3.
Indeed.
I mean, I don't know what his motives were for buying that game anyway on PS4, but I suppose he just hates the PS3. He's admitted he absolutely hates going back to the PS3, so I don't mind it that much. I mean, I admit it's a hell of a lot slower than the PS4.
Yeah,
but I mean,
definitely.
when you're comparing The Last of Us and The Last of Us Remastered, there's very little difference in my
There
opinion.
isn't a lot of graphical difference.
Yeah, it's tiny. I mean, it's really small. I mean, the only thing I would really like to see is the 60 frame per second thing, and that looks really cool. But the rest of it, for me, no, it looks identical, and I'm perfectly happy with playing a PS3 game just to play more of the game I could have played on PS4. But I mean, it's exactly the same game. But the fact that they've released that new game on PS4 and then they're bringing out more DLC apparently at the end of this year or something. So I mean, originally they said it's just going to be the single player DLC which is left behind and the 2 like map pack things which they've already released, and then now they're making more, and it just seems like they're just prolonging that kind of amount of money that they can make because they know they can make it. Whereas, in other games, I don't think, I'm trying to think of a game off the top of my head, but there's mostly games which are like single player based. There's barely any DLC ever. Like, I wouldn't say Bioshock Infinite was like a game where they had lots and lots of DLC. I mean, I know they had like the I'm trying to think of what it's called now.
I don't flipping know. I never played that game.
Damn it! I know it. Burial at Sea. That's the one. Yeah, and they had like the part 1, the part 2, which is again kind of trying to make more money because it's kind of 2 parts, so you make it pay twice kind of thing. But I mean that's single player DLC, which for me is better than the multiplayer crap, because the multiplayer is always map packs and stuff, and it's like, sometimes you think, is it really worth like $7.99 or whatever it is normally? It's like, quite expensive. Whereas, well, if you're playing a single player stuff, it's for me it's more worth the money. It's more kind of worthy.
It's worth you paying for that because you feel like you get more out of it instead of buying some multiplayer DLC that you're probably like going to use a couple of times because you feel that the story is so good, like The Last of Us and Left Behind and that. I still haven't played Left Behind, but
have you not? Wow, you're missing out.
I know exactly what.
Yeah,
happens.
exactly.
I've played it, but I know exactly what happens anyway because I have seen the ending. But I probably will still buy it and then play it because I know that it's like going to be worth it just to play it and add that little bit more extra story to what I've played before.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it.
I'm still getting pissed off for multiplayer DLC.
But anyway, I think we're going to end it
not
there.
DLC, but like,
yeah.
I don't bloody know what I was going to say. I've forgotten now.
Good job, Callum. Anyway,
shut up! I don't even yell to you.
I think we are going to end it here because we seem to have lost it now. But yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah, thanks LongLiveHelghast for that kind of suggestion on a topic, because we always struggle to find a topic that we're going to talk about. That's why we ask you guys to put one in the comments. But that was a really good suggestion. Interestingly, it was on PSN, which is always something. I mean, again, you can submit these kind of things on PSN again. It's always helpful for all of us. We don't actually know what to talk about most of the time, and it's good to see that other people kind of put in their suggestions on what we should talk about, and it's always nice to see that people are kind of that bothered really with us, which is kind of surprising. We never thought it would be this kind of big. And yeah, I guess the final thing we should say kind of on the video is that we are very thankful for 700 subscribers, which is quite.
We have surpassed it massively.
Yeah, that's loads. I mean, we're on I'm just trying to check now quickly. We have currently 736, which is a lot really. From where we started off, which was 0, obviously with everyone. But like,
no shit.
With no one. And how many we barely had any videos. And again, we can thank Robin a lot for this. But I mean, it's a lot of subscribers. We've nearly got 10,000 views as well. It's incredible, really. We're amazed with all the kind of support that we've had, and yeah, I mean, sooner or later, we're gonna probably hit 800, and then it'll be even more kind of big, and it'll be really crazy, and everything will be crazy again. And we're very thankful for everything, and hopefully we can keep growing as we are now. It's really quite incredible to see, really.
Growing at a massive rate.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible to see that we are this small, and then we're getting all this kind of publicity in a small way. I guess 736 is a lot of people, but we're really small.
Who can be bothered to sit down to listen to a Dutch kid moan, a Somerset kid moan, and a wherever Oscar kid person's from moan about gaming and what they care about? It's great to see, really.
But yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, we've only uploaded
9 or something.
13 videos.
Oh, 13. It was less than that.
So I mean, that's incredible. 13 videos, and we've got 736. That's I don't know what I had to work out the maths of that, but yeah. I mean, anyway, I've probably we should end it there anyway because it's getting too long anyway. But I mean, yeah, thanks a lot for all your support. We're hoping that we're going to keep growing, and sooner or later we'll probably do some more interesting videos. So like potential things we could do is like some kind of face cam thing. We'd possibly do that.
Yeah.
Another thing.
I don't want to show my face on the internet.
Another thing we might do is like a live stream. There's lots of different ideas going around in our heads at the moment, but we've got these ideas in our heads. But anyway, thanks a lot for listening, guys. I guess that's the only thing we can say is Dutch.
Faggot. Hello.
Okay.